He was the man who could make an entire nation laugh with just a raised eyebrow or a silly voice. Red Skelton, one of America's greatest comedians, was a household name for decades. But behind the colorful characters and the booming laughter, Red carried secrets and struggles that the public never truly saw. The man who made millions forget their worries was quietly hiding his own pain, personal tragedies, and a side of his life that was far more complicated than the clown he portrayed on stage. Born in 1913 in Vincennes, Indiana, Red Skelton's life was marked by hardship from the very beginning. His father died before he was even born, leaving his mother to raise him and his siblings in deep poverty. As a child, Red sold newspapers to help support the family, often performing jokes and tricks to attract buyers. That need to make people laugh wasn't just for survival, it became the seed of a lifelong calling. By his teenage years, Skelton was already performing in medicine shows, vaudeville, and small theaters. He had a gift for creating outlandish characters, from clumsy clowns to mischievous everymen. His big break came in radio, then in Hollywood films, and finally with the Red Skelton Show on television, which ran for an astounding 20 years. To audiences, he was a master of slapstick, pantomime, and heartfelt humor. To millions of Americans, he wasn't just an entertainer. He was comfort, especially during the difficult years of World War II and the uncertainty of the 1950s and 1960s. But while the country laughed, few knew the tragedies that shaped Red's private life. His first marriage ended in scandal and heartbreak. His second wife, Georgia, gave him 2 children, Richard and Valentina, but tragedy soon struck again. In 1958, Richard, just 10 years old, died of leukemia. The loss devastated Red in ways he could never fully express. Friends say he was never the same again, and though he still performed, there was always a sadness beneath the humor. He once admitted that laughter became his only way of coping, saying, "I just want to make people laugh. If I can do that, maybe I can forget my own tears." His grief didn't end there. Years later, his daughter Valentina would face her own struggles, and Red's personal relationships often collapsed under the weight of fame and sorrow. 3 marriages ended in divorce, and though he kept his private life shielded from fans, his personal journals and interviews revealed a man who wrestled with loneliness and depression. Yet, in the public eye, Red remained a beacon of laughter. His ability to switch from comedy to poignancy in an instant made him one of television's most beloved stars. His signature clown character, Freddy the Freeloader, wasn't just funny, it was touching. Freddy embodied both the humor and heartbreak of life, much like Red himself. Audiences adored him not just because he made them laugh, but because he reminded them of their own struggles, cloaked in warmth and wit. Later in life, Red also pursued painting, creating thousands of clown portraits that were both whimsical and deeply personal. Many believe these paintings were his way of processing the pain he carried, putting his sorrow on canvas in the only way he knew how, through the mask of a clown. By the time of his death in 1997, Red Skelton had cemented his legacy as one of the greatest entertainers in American history. But behind that legacy was a man who carried unimaginable grief, heartbreak, and secrets that few ever knew. He gave the world joy while privately battling sorrow, proving that sometimes the funniest people are also the ones hiding the deepest pain. Red Skelton made America laugh, but his story reminds us that even clowns carry hidden tears. And perhaps that's what made him so timeless. He wasn't just comedy, he was humanity.